The SSAC is about leadership,
teamwork,
achievement,
community,
initiative,
ambition,
well-being,
adaptability,
sportsmanship,
trust,
integrity,
gratitude,
confidence,
health,
self-discipline,
friendship,
openness,
growth,
connection,
courage,
tradition,
collaboration.
The SSAC is about vision.
Want to welcome you here live to the ballpark at Jackson, the home of the Jackson Rockabillys, and for the next 4 days, the home of the SSAC Baseball Championships. Jeremy Smith alongside Carter Moles bringing you the action in this new format of baseball tournament play. We'll talk through the format more over the course of the day, but first let's talk about Game 1. It's the 4-5 matchup here. It is the Wolfpack of Loyola coming in at 35-15 overall, and they are taking on the 5-seed Mobile, who enters at 18-19 overall. The starting lineups first for Mobile, and then Carter Moles will tell you about this defensive alignment for Loyola. For Mobile, leading off, it's number 0, the left fielder Bryce Eddington, followed by number 33, the center fielder Peyton Bell. Number 7, the shortstop Sam Bowman bats third. The cleanup man, number 23, the first baseman J.T. Lastorca. Number 5, the DH Cameron Brock, batting fifth. Number 77, Alex McWhorter is batting sixth. He's the third baseman today. 7-hole hitter Tyler Wobnitz, the second baseman, number 39. Number 11, Jackson Breel is the backstop, batting 8th, and number 26, the right fielder Landon Moore, batting 9th. The man on the mound for Mobile when the time comes will be Ethan McPherson, and you saw Steven Still make quick work of Bryce Eddington with a strikeout to begin the day. Carter, tell us about Steven Still and his mates.
Steven Still, first-team all-conference member, and his battery mate is Landon Manson. At first will be Prescott Marsh. Second base is Brandon Mooney. His shortstop is Jake Mills. Third base is Jackson Barat. Left fielder is Marcus Steen. Center fielder is Aaron Davis. And the right fielder is Kaysen Cullens.
Loyola took 2 of 3 from Mobile when the teams met earlier in the season. That was April the 5th and 6th. Steven Still, as you have come to expect, delivered in that series. He went 6 innings for the win against Mobile, struck out 6, walked 3, gave up 6 hits in that ball game, allowed 4 earned, and went on to help his team to a 13-8 victory in that one. McPherson, the starter for Mobile, also got a look against this Loyola squad when the two teams met earlier, and he was greeted a little more rudely. Three innings of work, 3 walks, 7 hits. Only gave up 2 earned, but only able to cover 3 innings in that one. There's a ground ball to second and a flip to first base, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Wolfpack. And we've got the first half inning in the books here in Jackson, Tennessee. This is the SSAC Baseball Championship,
where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination. It's where stories are written, memories in the making.
I need to try it first.
Back here live, Jackson, Tennessee. The ballpark at Jackson. Loyola ready to go for its half of the inning. And the batting order for the Wolfpack leading off is the second baseman, Brandon Mooney, followed by third baseman, Jackson Burott, and the catcher batting third, Landon Manson. Cleanup man's the DH, Colin Zarang. Right fielder, Kason Cullens is fifth. Left fielder, Marcus Steen, sixth. 7, 8, 9 is the first baseman, Prescott Marsh, the center fielder, Aaron Davis, and the shortstop, Jake Mills. So Loyola and Mobile here. No score. It was a 1-2-3 top of the first for Stephen Still. Talk about this format a little bit. We have traditionally been a double elimination format in this tournament. This year, the conference going to 8 teams in the tournament, 2 pools of 4 teams apiece. Each team will play a guaranteed 3 games. So there are 4 games a day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the championship game amounts to the pool winners. So 1 game on Saturday with pool winners, and both of the conference's automatic bids are in that championship game. So much to be decided here. If you're playing, you are not eliminated from postseason play by any stretch, and you're not fighting for just 1 bid.
Yeah, it's I think a much improved format. As the double elimination tournament, you would sometimes see a team play 5, maybe even 6 ball games in 1 week, and by the end it becomes who has any arms available to cover that championship game. Now 4 is a lot more manageable. That's the most games that you can play over the weekend, and I like this format a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see how it shapes out, and also just the chess match of who do you start each game.
Yeah,
and how do you manage your rotation and your bullpen, and because 1 game can't end it for you, but it can certainly make things really hard for you if you lose.
Absolutely. And our first base hit of the tournament comes off the bat of Mooney. It's a single to right field. And you talk about hope. You want to come into this tournament with a particular amount of hope, and if there's a double elimination field and you're fighting for just 1 bid because one's already been given away and you're the 7 or the 8 seed, you feel like you got a mountain to climb to get there. But in this format, you just got to come out on the top of a pool of 4.
Yeah.
You got 3 games to try to play your way to a postseason bid, and that's a big deal. That ball fouled away left side, and I immediately think my 12-year-old would love to go fetch that ball. Mike Hall offered him the opportunity to come work for us this week and chase foul balls, and he was really mad at me when I left him at home because he's got a travel ball tournament, and I told him he needs reps. So he said, yeah, but I want to go chase foul balls and make money. I said, I appreciate that. Also, I've seen you swing. You need to go get some reps. So, yeah. He said, I need to save money to buy a new bat. I was like, you don't know how to use it anyway, so what's the difference?
A big jump by Mooney there, nearly got caught in no man's land on the secondary lead once again.
Now, we'll see the call here, and fanned at that one. So Mooney will retreat, head back to first. The foul ball. Jackson Burott steps back in.
Statistically, the best on-base hitter on the team.
Throw is high and wide, and it's an easy steal for Mooney down at second base.
Yeah, great backup there by the second baseman for the Rams, Tyler Wobsnett, prevented potentially another base with Brandon Mooney, who stole his 25th base of the season. This is a team that loves to run on the base paths in the Loyola Wolfpack. That stolen base 174 on 200 attempts this season.
2-2 is the offering here. That one fouled away. This is a Loyola team that is the number 16 team in the country. This pool bears watching, as both of them do, but you're talking about from a national ranking standpoint, the 2 highest ranked teams in the conference ended up in the same pool, as Loyola's the 4 seed and Faulkner's the 1 seed.
Yeah, and Loyola was right in the mix to be the 2 seed going in the last weekend. Had a little bit of a tough weekend. Point had a great weekend, and they ended up flipping between 3 and 4 there after Loyola lost to William Carey 2 of 3. And it's a tough break for the Wolfpack to fall to that 4 spot, but it makes for a really fun Pool A.
There is a flare right field, and it's going to drop. Almost a check swing there by Burat, but he got enough of it to keep it fair and drop it into short right field, and now they're on the corners with nobody out for the Wolfpack here in the bottom of the first. There's the delivery, over for a strike.
McPherson entering the contest with a .579 ERA, 145 whip, making his 12th start. 56 innings of work. He has struck out 36, walked 19, 278 batting average against. And one thing that's a little unusual around the conference this year, you're seeing, and is it a commentary on the pitching or how good the hitting has been, where the ERAs are a lot higher this year than they traditionally have been throughout the SSAC? That one goes wild.
Yeah, and there's the first run of the ball game off the wild pitch. Yeah, listen, it's it's the chicken or the egg argument. It's probably a little bit of both. But the other thing is, it's hard to say, well, the arms aren't as dominant, because when you look around the league, you know, you and I have seen a lot of guys in this league that we feel like those are good dominant arms. But what you're also seeing are 7, 8, 9 in these lineups that are getting to bullpens, and they're never out of a ball game, as there's a single that'll score a run and make it a 2-0 lead for the Wolfpack. So, you know, we've seen our share of it's 10-2, and now all of a sudden it's 10-8.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, some of these lines on, you know, I think, you know, you're last weekend at Faulkner was an interesting example of that you got the SSAC Pitcher of the Year on the mound for Point, and he's absolutely cruising. And then they touch him up a little bit in the last inning, and it inflates the ERA a little bit. Like, so it doesn't really tell the story of his outing. For 5 2/3, he was dominant.
Yeah.
You know.
And once these offenses get rolling, and you see it with Loyola right there, scoring 2 runs up to go ahead, just 3 batters in, when they get going, it is very hard to slow them down, and these bats are really good. And you got one of the best bats in Colin Zarang coming up to the plate.
Yeah, Zarang to the dish as Manson drove in a run, and it's 2-0. Loyola, still nobody out. McPherson searching for it right now, trying to hunt for that first out. Zarang, native of Hahnville, Louisiana, transferred to the Wolfpack from Nunez Community College, and he fouls off the first one.
Zarang, the designated hitter, 4-hole, batting .321 this season, OPS of .1010. He's got 55 RBIs, 8 home runs. He's slugging .548, .462 on base. And one thing that we may see come into play throughout this tournament, you look at those outfield walls and just how tall they all are.
Yeah.
You got the blue monster out in the left, and you're really going to have to piece one up in order to do something with it and get it over the fence here today.
Zarang will fly out to left, the first out of the inning. So he's retired. McPherson gets out number 1, and now back to work, trying to work his way through this order as he'll deal with Cason Cullens. And I think Cason Cullens has been playing in this tournament as long as you and I have been calling this tournament. He is a veteran in these spots.
Yeah, Cullens, a senior from Baton Rouge, has been and we've seen Loyola be right in the mix for every single tournament. He has been a consistent threat since his freshman year in 2021.
Good power speed mix for him as a player.
Second team all conference that year, all freshmen.
Big fly ball in the gap, right center field, going to get down off of the wall. That's going to bring in another run. Kason Cullens makes it a 3-0 ball game with a double to the right center field gap.
Yeah, the Wolfpack are rolling right now. They've really timed up McPherson well, and sometimes you wonder when a pitcher doesn't do too well against one team, will they respond in the same way, or have they figured it out, or if the batters just have that pitcher's number in the early offings right now? Seems like Loyola's got McPherson red, but see if he can respond right.
This is a team that, again, we talk about they're number 16 in the country. They're 35 and 15 overall, and Jeremy Kennedy has taken this team to Idaho for the World Series. You got some guys who know what it is to play big postseason sequences. So they have come in, looked primed and ready. There's a grounder to second and a fire over to first just in time for the out. That'll advance the runner to third, but there are 2 away in the inning now. Is McPherson going to try to limit the damage and get out of this thing?
And Marcus Dean made that play at first a lot closer than it should have been with his speed down the base paths, fielded well and handled well by Wabnitz, and just unlucky to ground out with this speed there.
7-hole hitter at the dish now, Prescott Marsh.
Marsh, the first baseman, carrying a .232 batting average, .707 OPS. 17 RBIs. He's got one on third if he can find the 2-out hit.
That one's over for a strike. 0-2 count now. Misses outside, 1-2 on Prescott Marsh. McPherson is working him away. See if he can handle it and poke something to right field and get another run home for the Wolfpack. He tried, fouled it off right side.
This is Marsh's first look at the Rams this season. Did not play in that series against in the regular season between these two teams. So his first time seeing Evan McPherson.
McPherson delivers. Chopper, right side, first baseman will swallow it up and step on the bag. Will Lastorka, and the inning is over. We head to the top of the second after Loyola puts up 3 runs on 4 hits. They strand 1, 3-0 Wolfpack at the end of 1 here at the ballpark of Jackson. That one over for a strike from Still to start this inning. Mobile, 4, 5, 6 due up. Lastorka, Brock, McWhorter. 1-1 count is Still. The lefty has been the ace of the Loyola staff for a few seasons now. That one misses, 2-1. You know when Still is right based a lot of times on how quickly he's working. And he's working quick right now.
Yeah, and he has no reason to not feel confident right now. You work a 1-2-3 inning to start the game. Your offense comes up, puts up a 3 spot in the bottom of the first, and you get to work with a 3-run lead now. A little bit of breathing room, but as we've seen consistently throughout the SSAC, no lead has been safe at any point this year.
3-2 count. Still delivers. Foul back left side. Off of the railing in front of the suites back here. So Listorka staying alive. Still kicks, fires, grounder up the middle, snared by Still. He'll run it over to first and flip himself. And that will retire Listorka. That'll bring Brock to the dish.
A good play on the comebacker right there. Stuck the glove out, got it there, and made the easy toss. And sometimes those easy tosses could be some of the hardest things in baseball. How many adventures have we've seen throughout the years where a pitcher has an easy toss and just boots it?
Brock awaiting the first offering from Still. Cuts right across the strike zone. That ball started outside part of the plate and ended up over the inside corner.
Yeah, Still's got a ton of motion coming from the left hand there, and he's a dominant pitcher. There's a reason he is Loyola's all-time strikeout leader for a career.
1-1 count. He offers here, misses outside. So Still threw that breaking pitch that cut right across the zone on the first one, and then you saw him try to dot the corner on the outside on the next two. Missed them both. See what he does here, 2-1 to come back. And right back to that first offering that cut right in on the hands of the batter. Still covers the bag, beats him by a half step, and 2 away in the inning.
Yeah, the PFP's working well for Mr. Still so far.
Yeah, Steven Still's been anything but this half inning. He's covered the bag on that one. He ran the ball all the way over on the previous one. Now he faces McWhorter, the third baseman, 6-hole hitter for the Rams of Mobile.
McWhorter making his 24th start. He's batting .319 this season.
That one's over for a strike.
On base of .820. .391 slugging, .429 on base.
Dots the outside corner again. That one will miss in 1-2. Still fires and struck him out. The inning is over. Quick work for Steven Still again. We head to the bottom of the second in the SSAC Baseball Championship.
The Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
The SSAC is about leadership, teamwork,
Achievement.
Community.
Initiative.
Ambition.
Well-being.
Adaptability.
Sportsmanship.
Trust.
Integrity.
Gratitude.
Confidence.
health,
Self-discipline.
Friendship.
Openness.
Growth.
connection,
Courage.
tradition.
Collaboration.
The SSAC is about vision.
Back here live at the ballpark at Jackson. Bottom of the second. That first pitch sent to right center field. Could be trouble, but the right fielder comes over to handle it with little to no problem. One away in the inning, and McPherson needed a quick, easy start for this inning.
Yeah, good job by Moore there to get there in time. Could have been kind of fell in that Bermuda Triangle a little bit, but plenty of speed. And you see center and right both playing a little shallow right now. Deep to left right now.
That one will miss away. That one put in play. Shortstop fires it over. 2 away. McPherson trying to get into a groove now.
Yeah, so far so good here in this inning for McPherson. He faced a lot of trouble in the first inning. Able to work his way out of it though and limit it to just 3. And now he's facing top of the lineup the second time.
McPherson. That one misses. 1-0 count. That one up the middle for a base hit. So trying to start something with 2 outs here as Mooney is aboard for the second time.
Yeah, great cut. Just hit it right back up the middle. McPherson a little bit upset with himself. I think probably for the pitch offering, but in a vacuum, it looked like he was upset for not catching that ball. That was a screamer right back at him. Getting out of the way and surviving to the next day is a win on that one.
Yeah,
it's
no
a hard
kidding.
hit ball.
That one flared foul left side off the bat of Barat. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored. He scored the second run of the ball game for the Wolfpack. That one will miss away.
It's almost like we're sending it, but it's not being received.
1-1 count. Misses inside, throw down to second. Did they get him? No. Mooney in there safely.
Yeah, great slide from Mooney to head to the back of the bag. Second stolen base of the morning already.
Yeah, you almost wanted to say afternoon, but
Yeah.
no. It's day baseball here.
It is.
All day. All week.
Yep. 4 games a day.
That's right. If we ended in the PM, we feel like we won, though. You and I called this event. This is the event's 4th home in 4 years. You and I have called 3 of those. This is the 3rd stadium we've called it in. I don't know that anything will be more grueling of a task than a couple of seasons ago when we ended a ball game at 3 in the morning. That one dropped in front of the center fielder. They're going to send Mooney home. He's going to make it 4-0. And the top of the order with a 2-out rally, Mooney and Barat causing problems for Mobile again.
Yeah, and again, it's just 2 hits up the middle, just hitting right where McPherson is delivering it to him. And the speed of Mooney able to take the base and then make it a no contest on the play home. They just cut it off and ate the run to prevent another advancement. And Loyola back to cooking with 2 outs.
Landon Manson at the dish. Manson with an RBI already, and we're in the second inning. Delivered, fouled off. So Barat will head back. Yeah, Mooney, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, doing all the things you want a leadoff guy to do.
Yeah, getting on and causing issues, and he has been a guy that has been he's been consistently one of the big changers for the Wolfpack this season. And
there's Barat with a steal, and the throw gets in the center, and he'll get up and head to third.
And when Mooney is right, this Loyola team is right, and that's exactly what you want out of your leadoff guy, and more often than not, Mooney's doing right.
So all the way down to third base is Burat, and another run 90 feet away, and now he's going to come home on that ball into the right center field gap. It's going to get down up against the wall off the bat of Landon Manson. He'll head to third, and it's a triple for Landon Manson running off the bat, and he's able to drive in another run. And look, McPherson started with two of the quickest outs that he could possibly have, and then got back to the top of the order, and it's right back to the grind that he was in the first inning, as the top of the order has got him timed up. Mooney, Burat, and Manson all now 2 for 2, and that group has driven in 3, produced 5 runs, and there's another one standing over there at first base.
Yeah, and that with the double and a triple, and add 3 stolen bases into the mix, and everything is going right for the Wolfpack so far.
That one flared foul left side off the bat of Colin Zarang. Runner over at third base is Landon Trosclair. That one fouled back off the bat of Zarang again. $5-0 ball game here. Chopper, second baseman, he'll pick it up and flip to first, and the inning is over. But Loyola rallies for 2 more with 2 outs, makes it 5-0. We head to the third in the SSAC Baseball Championship.
Where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination. It's where stories are written, memories in the making.
I need to try it first.
Welcome back live to the ballpark at Jackson, the SSAC Baseball Championships. Jeremy Smith alongside Carter Moles here. Top of the third in the offing is Tyler Wapnitz, the second baseman, will lead off for Mobile, looking for their first base runner of the day against Steven Still, who has looked dominant. And worse yet for the Rams, the top of the Loyola order is wreaking havoc, and it's a 5-0 Wolfpack lead.
Yeah, everything, like I said earlier, everything's been going right so far for the Wolfpack, but a 5-run lead feels somewhat safe in the second, but there's a lot of baseball to play, and we've seen a lot of runs scored this year, and this thing's far from over. And like we mentioned, especially when all of these teams are now 3 wins away from the opening round.
Yeah, and you talk about a lot of runs, Loyola, when these two teams met earlier in the season, Loyola won one of those games 3-2. The other 2 games were 13-8 and 14-12. So, you pick the anomaly out of that group. It's a 1-1 count. Still delivers, misses outside.
And usually you would think your pitching duel would be that first game. But across the SSAC this year, it's been kind of random. Where there has been one, it may be the first game, but it's also likely the third, where you'd think that's where you're getting the 3-pitcher and bullpens are a little bit more depleted, and everyone's just trying to get through that last game a little bit more. And it's just been kind of all over the place. It's been really fun. It's been an interesting year in the SSAC.
Yeah, and there's been a sort of a fascinating trend in some of the games that we've seen. It's that third game of the series, that game 2 of the doubleheader, that so often the all lineups seem to be gassed a little bit, and you'll see a guy, and we see that in our Player of the Week voting when we're looking through the nominees, and you just sort of expect everybody's 1 or 2 to be the nominee, and it seems like every week somebody's number 3 got nominated because he struck out 10 over 7 and gave up 1 run.
Yeah.
That one fouled away.
It's Tyler Wobnitz at the plate right now. He's batting .250 on the season, .348 on base. Making just his 4th start. Getting a start here in the conference championship.
Wobnitz from Pinellas Park, Florida, awaits the offering from Still, and he'll swing through it.
Still, 3rd strikeout of the morning, and he is just over 25 pitches in. He's now over 31 to be exact, and he's been efficient, and he has been able to hold down these Rams bats so far.
Jackson Briel, the man at the dish for Mobile. Still right back to work, doesn't let Briel get comfortable in the box. And again, we told you when Steven Still is right, he works with a very quick pace, and he catches the ball, and he's almost right back into his windup, and that one fouled away. And when he's right, he doesn't allow the batter to get comfortable in the box at all, and he's working at that pace right now, 2-1.
And you see him consistently working from the third base side of the bag, throwing from the left hand, so he's remaining pretty central with where the arm delivery actually is, and he gets so much movement that comes in at you for a right-handed batter that it is hard to time up.
3-1. See if he can battle back here. He can't. Mobile's got its first base runner of the ball game as Briel draws the walk, and he'll give way to a courtesy here momentarily. And it will be number 1 running, and that's Will King, the redshirt sophomore out of Loxley, Alabama.
So Landon Moore was the guy who did the most damage on, at least in getting aboard for the Rams in the series against the Wolfpack. Hit .625 in his 2 games there.
Landon Moore with an 0-1 count. He'll take inside there, 1-1. Mobile trying to scratch something across, get back in the ball game. And right now, down 5-0, as dominant of a start as Loyola has had, just 1 run would add a spark and change the body language a little bit for Mobile.
Yeah, it absolutely wouldn't. And you look at last inning, you're 1 out away of getting out of the inning, and then the top of the lineup just did what they've been doing so far today and just spraying the yard.
Still misses wide there, 2-2.
But I feel like if you can get something to fall in a gap and you can let King run a little bit, it may change the complexion here and give a little bit of hope that you may have some answers for Steven Still.
That one gets away from the catcher. Pass ball was right in his glove there, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to second. And now Mobile's chance of getting a run home this inning has increased dramatically. 3-2 right now is the count. Still delivers. That one lifted left field. And he'll make the grab. And now it's going to take a 2-out hit to get a run home. And you're going to have to get that off the bat of Bryce Eddington here. The leadoff man back to the plate for Mobile. Struck out quickly his first time.
Yeah, Moore just missed that one. Got a little bit underneath it. Pretty good cut, but easy work for Marcus Steen to get underneath and camp out and get it.
Steven Still comes set. Kicks and fires over for a strike. Really pretty pitch right there on Bryce Eddington.
Yeah.
0-1 is the count. Still delivers. Gets the outside corner 0-2.
Still attacking the outside corner, working away from Eddington first 2 pitches. See what he does with pitch number 3 here, the AB.
Still checks the runner at second. Delivers. Misses away there, 1-2. This is a guy and still, and we've talked about his accolades and what he's meant to this program. Kid out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's a senior. He's an interesting guy to me as Eddington swings through that one, and Mobile will strand one. They fail to score here, but we'll talk about that thought in a minute when we come back on the other side of the SSAC Baseball Championship.
The Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Back here live, the ballpark at Jackson, ready to start the bottom of the third here, and there's a new man on the mound for Mobile. He's a Prattville, Alabama native, Will Pruitt, the sophomore, transfer from Wallace Community College, and Pruitt replaces McPherson here. Top of the order for Loyola had McPherson pretty well timed up. So 2 innings completed for McPherson.
And Pruitt enters at the 6.23 ERA, 196 WHIP. Worked just 8 2/3 innings, and early in this tournament, probably going to be tasked with trying to eat a few more innings here and help keep it to 5. Struck out 8, walked 4, 351 batting average against.
We're live. That's the wrong string key. I don't know.
Pruitt delivers. That one's fouled away.
If I copied and pasted the ones you guys sent me, and I copied it right from the back end. And maybe he reset it. Yeah. I bet that's what he did. He probably reset it, and then because there probably was a block or something. Yeah. That was stressful. Yeah. Thank you. You're doing a great job.
That one delivered. Misses low. So Pruitt, for those of you that are just able to get on here. We've been battling some technical issues, and we thank our production crew for working through those and getting us on. That one grounded to second, flips over to first base. It is a 5-0 lead for Loyola. The top of the order doing the damage. The top 3 hitters for the Wolfpack have accounted for all 5 runs and 6 of the 7 Loyola hits. And Steven Still has cruised through the first 3 innings. So Mobile on its second pitcher of the day here in Will Pruitt, and he's trying to cut through this Loyola order and limit the Wolfpack, keep it a manageable ball game for his team. That one's over for a strike. Again, this new format, really fascinating to see how teams are going to manage their pitching staff. It's not double elimination, so you're not in a do or die, but you certainly don't need to drop games either. You want to stay in the mix because you need to finish your pool to play in atop your pool to play in the championship on Saturday.
Yeah, and although it's not necessarily a do or die, one loss could be it for you as well.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting balance here where there's not you are certainly eliminated, but then you got to hope for some results around your pool to help you out and balancing everything for you. And it can be the tie-break procedures. The first tie-break is the runs allowed amongst the teams that are tied in those games. So every run matters in all of these games.
There's a line drive past the shortstop, and it's a base hit. And Marcus Steen is aboard. That'll bring Prescott Marsh to the dish for Loyola.
The final line for McPherson, 43 pitches, gave up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a double and a triple. Currently in line for the loss, but one of the positives, he didn't allow any free passes, and if he had, it would have really turned what was a 5-run lead into something a lot less manageable if he had issued those.
That one misses away. No balls and a strike. Off and running down to second base, and a steal for Marcus Steen.
Stolen base number 4 for the Wolfpack here in just the 3rd inning. Like we mentioned, they've not been afraid to run all season long. It's now 203 stolen base attempts this year.